Hello boss, welcome back to my channel, Base Digimon here, and today we are speaking on the newest announcement in that Black Gatomon from DigimonGhostGame is actually not just a Black Gatomon, but a specific kind of Black Gatomon. Black Gatomon Uver. Obviously they're trying to avoid that Uber copyright infringement.
Hey, there's a Baba Booey.
But we'll go with it. So it's its own thing with now its own profile in the reference book. But in this video, this isn't just going to be explaining what this new Digimon is, but also discussing what it has done so far in the wake of episode 8 of DigimonGhostGame, as it had a pretty big role to play, right, if you'd seen it. You can watch my episode 8 review at the end of this video. So Black Gatomon Uver appears in the OP, passing Hero and Gatomon, and it also appears in episode 1 of Ghost Game, in which it appears in Hero's room after Hero uses the Digivice V, accidentally ending up in this augmented digital world reality. Black Gatomon Uver is there and points Hero towards Gatomon and just disappears. And then we see nothing of Black Gatomon Uver since then until now. Episode 8 rolls around and they find themselves in a very peculiar situation with Metal Phantomon and Systemon Seal. They're about to get smoked, their go-karts are dying off, but then boom, Black Gatomon Uver's in the middle of the highway, opens a rice cooker and a digital world portal pops out. It has the design of literally a delivery boy. That is the gimmick. That is actually just the gimmick. And the profile in the reference book, if you forgive poor Google Translate, the majority of its profile is strictly based on delivering certain things. And before I read this, yes, Tailmon, Gatomon, same thing. Black Tailmon has changed the data of courier services, which have flowed into the digital world in large quantities in recent years. The nasty character disappears at all, and the asked delivery is delivered devotedly and firmly on any day. It is often seen that a Pistomon's close relationship is on the back and delivers it. The delivery bag on the back can even keep anything warm and cold optimal. Since it can only be opened and closed by Black Tailmon, confidential data is safe. Digimon who interferes with delivery is eliminated with his speciality Cat Punch and Bacon Ya that bumps with the corner of the delivered bag shaken down. Even if you do a lot of damage to the enemy with Bacon Ya, the delivery bag is very strong with the contents intact. Obviously that's some super butchered Google Translate, but you get the point. Black Tailmon, Black Gatomon Uver's profile is heavily centered around delivering. Optimum delivery, literally just like an Uber Eats or something. It even talks about things being warm and cold too. But there's so much mystery about it. What do we know so far? Well, we're going to discuss this on two major plot points that they've touched on but not fully explained yet. That being Materialization and the digital world gates. Now, as we know, Materialization in DigimonGhostGame is a thing where some Digimon can just do it for whatever reason. In fact, with an interview of Mr. Chioka, who's a director of DigimonGhostGame, specifically kept that plot point under wraps and would not tell us what it really meant for some Digimon to materialize and others not to. But when we have seen Black Gatomon Uver, we've only ever seen it when Hero has popped into this augmented reality digital world space from the Digivice V, of which his father created. So we can assume that Black Tailmon Uver cannot materialize in the real world just yet, but it seems like its role is to deliver things within that digital space. And its association to Hero's father makes it seem like the Black Tailmon Uver's services have been used by Hero's father on more than one occasion, which leads me to believe that Black Tailmon Uver was the one who brought Gatomon to Hero. Because unlike Angormon and Jellymon with Ruli and Kyoshiro, Gatomon wasn't always there following Hero around. And then if you fast forward to episode 8, Black Tailmon Uver brings about a digital gate, which sucks in the racing Digimon including Systemon Seal and Metal Phantomon, thus resolving the situation. But where did Black Tailmon Uver get the digital gate from? And how would it have known that they needed that there and then in that moment before Metal Phantomon effectively deleted them? Again, I believe that Hero's father is behind Black Tailmon Uver being there. But what's strange is what Angormon said in episode 4 of Ghost Game, of which he talked about digital world gates as if they are just there. They pop out of nowhere and Digimon accidentally fall into them and end up in the real world. But in the way in which Black Tailmon Uver used digital gate from the rice cooker, it wasn't very accidental, was it? So why should we believe Angormon that a lot of these digital gate incidents are accidental? Maybe they are very intentional. If Black Tailmon Uver can do it, and it has some association to Hero's father, then why can't anybody else open a digital gate? That also raises questions that Black Tailmon Uver doesn't really act on its own, it's always for somebody else. The only other character in the digital world that we know is sentient right now is Hero's father. Could Hero's father possibly be the one who is opening digital world gates? For reasons we just don't know yet. So to conclude, if Black Tailmon Uver is a courier service that doesn't really act on its own part but only on the part of somebody else. The only person that can really be right now, considering both Black Tailmon Uver and Hero's father are both in the opening, they're going to feature again. Maybe it's Hero's father behind sending Black Tailmon Uver around. Again, for Black Tailmon Uver to appear in episode 8 to save Hero, Rudy and Kiyoshiro, someone had to have been watching them and intended to save them. And Black Tailmon Uver gets there on time because that's its thing, to get anywhere on time. So bearing this in mind, what do you think is the significance of Black Tailmon Uver? I'm glad it's in the reference book now, but it has so much mystery in Ghost Game, in which what associations it has to its father, does it act on its own, and do you think it's Hero's father who is opening digital gates as a result of episode 8 of Ghost Game? Let me know in the comments. But everyone, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe or support in any way you can. If you like discussions like these, you're going to love my episode 8 review. I'll put in the end screen for you, and I have 2 other recent Ghost Game videos which you also may enjoy. Check them out. Put them in your watch later list. Treat yourself. But most importantly everyone, take care.